Hey, I just wanted to hey, I just want to talk about a few verses from Galatians, verses 1 through 9, chapter 6. The main verse that kind of been on my mind all day was, "Do not be weary in well doing, and in due season you will reap if you faint not." That really had been on my mind just because I really believe that going through life, your testimony will always continue to grow. Different things will come to your life and it will strengthen your faith because just different things will illuminate God in your life, and you'll see how He's continuing to work things out and how He's continuing to grow and develop you. Looking through those verses in that chapter, I found three things I just want to kind of point out. The first thing is that community matters. And you look at chapter 6 verses 1, it says, "Dear brothers and sisters, if another believer is overcome by sin, you who are godly should gently and humbly help that person back onto the right path, and be careful not to fall into the same temptations." Just even that first line in that verse, it says, "Brothers and sisters, if another believer is overcome by sin," just lets me know there is community with God. There is other believers. There is other people who believe the same things that we believe. There are other people who are continuing to pray and fast. There are other people who that go to church and attend Bible studies. There are other people who praise God as well. So we're not in this alone, and we should fellowship and we should be with those people. We should be around those people. We should draw strength from those people. So just know that the same devil that's out to get them is out to get us too. So why not work together when it comes to those things? The second thing I was looking at is that comparison kills. And you look at the fourth verse, it says, "Pay careful attention to your own work, for then you will get the satisfaction of a job well done, and you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else." I used to work in a warehouse, so we just had a bunch of like doors and those containers backed in those doors. So you would have to work either individual or with a partner on one container. You would have to unload all the boxes by hand. Um, different coworkers and things like that. You would go to your neighbor or something, or who was next to you, and you might talk for a little bit. But if I spent all day worrying about how far they was in the truck, or what did they have to unload today, or how long is it gonna take y'all to get done, or how are y'all stacking your things, and then I would never get my work done, and then I would compare myself to them, and maybe they only have 1,000 boxes, and I only have, maybe they have 1,000 boxes, and maybe I have 3,000. Oh, they're moving faster than me. Well, they don't have to do the same things that I'm doing. So how can I compare myself to someone that's running a completely different race than I am? Some people are called to different things, so things happen differently for other people, and we shouldn't compare ourselves to that. Um, I can't focus on their work and get my own work done. So I really do believe sometimes in some situations, or we do have to live with some type of blinders on our eyes and just kind of be focused on the things that we're focused on, or focus on the things that God has put in our path and that He's committed us to do. Um, the third thing I realized when reading this is that we will all reap a harvest, no matter what it is. You look at verses 7 and 8 in that same chapter, Galatians 6. It says, "Do not be misled. You cannot mock God. You cannot mock the justice of God. You will always harvest what you plant. Those who live only to satisfy their own sinful nature will harvest decay and death from that sinful nature. But those who live to please the Spirit will harvest everlasting life from that Spirit." So just know that whatever we're planting, whatever we're sowing, whether it's good or bad, we will reap it. And of course, things always end up in the eternal, with life after death and going to heaven or going to hell. But know that some things we are going to reap here on this earth as well. And we can wonder why things aren't going right sometimes. And look at what we've sowed. Sometimes we be in a place that we so disencouraged or not encouraged that we continue to discourage other people from doing things, and then wonder why no one's there to help us. So look at the things that we're sowing in the earth, and then look at the things why we're reaping what we're reaping. And just the sum of all of that and just living through life, it kind of got me to verse 9. And I'm reading out the NLT version. Says, "So let's not get tired of doing what is good. At the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up." And just, I hope that encourages someone, because it encourages me, because sometimes it seems like, you're doing all the right things and things still aren't kind of going right. But there is a time where you will reap the harvest of a blessing, where God will reveal the things to you, and things will show up right on time for you, where doors will open up, or healing will come, or peace will come, and things will change for you. So don't get tired of doing what's good. Don't get tired of encouraging your brother. Don't get tired of focusing on your work. Don't get tired of planting good seeds, because God sees what you're doing and he will bless you in the right time. So I just pray that this encourages someone and that this finds you well. And, if anyone else that's not in the right place, I pray that you get to God and that you give your life to him, because I believe he has a plan in store for you, in store for your life, that he will bless you and he will keep you. So I just thank you for watching, and I pray this encourages someone.